Sudo Miyako is the first ghost you come across in Fatal Frame 2, and the ghost that helps set the mood for the entire game. As Mio and Mayu follow her into the Osaka house, Mayu sees flashes of what happened to her and how she was killed. They eventually find the camera obscura because of her, and she becomes the first ghost fight of the game as well. You can technically end Miyako's storyline right there, but that's not all there is to this tragic ghost. The game even includes a neat side plot for you to explore to fully uncover what really happened to Miyako, and it wasn't pretty. There is a completely optional side quest in Fatal Frame 2 called the Bloody Ring side quest. It doesn't affect your ending, nor does it really change anything about the game itself, but it does give you more backstory to the first ghost you come across in the game, and through her, delivers more lore about the village as well. The quest itself is rather simple, although it involves a bit of trekking around. I won't describe it all here, but it involves visiting the Osaka house in Chapter 2, the Kurosawa house in Chapter 4, and then going back to the Osaka house in Chapter 5 with said bloody ring. If you do all of that, you'll be presented with a much fuller picture of what really happened. And what really happened to Miyako? Well, let's take a look. Miyako was 25 when she visited Minakami village looking for her boyfriend, Makimura Masumi. He was a land surveyor conducting a geological survey for the upcoming Minakami Dam. Last anyone heard of him was that he went into the mountains and then disappeared. People often went missing in the area, and after only 10 days the search was called off, leading to Miyako heading out to find him herself. And, just like her missing boyfriend, she suddenly found herself in the seemingly lost Minakami village as well. Miyako had heard the rumours of Minakami, and as she walked around, she detailed her experiences in a red diary. She remarked on a massacre that occurred on the day of a ceremony, after which the village was wiped from the map. She was also aware of the rumours that, once you entered the village, you would never be able to leave it again. The village relives that same night of death over and over again, and a woman's insane laughter can be heard throughout it. She also left notes for Masumi around the village in the hopes that he would find them. But the longer she spent in the village, the more terrified she became. It was, after all, full of ghosts, and most of them violent. She couldn't even escape the fear in her sleep, as she constantly had nightmares of a woman's crazy laughter, a horrific ritual, rivers of blood, the slaughter of numerous people, and twin sisters screaming, "Don't kill me." After all this, it seemed that luck was very briefly on Miyako's side, however, as she finally found Masumi in the Osaka house. He had found one of her notes and realized she was in the village looking for him. But Miyako had also injured her leg, and so she had to remain in the house while Masumi tried to find a way for them out of the village. She waited upstairs for his return, during which time she wrote her final note, ending with a cryptic, "He'll be back. He'll find the way out. If he comes back." He came. Unfortunately for them both, Masumi came upon the Kusabi in the Kurosawa house while he was looking for a way out, and was killed. On him, he held a ring that he had planned to propose to Miyako with. But when he returned for Miyako, he was no longer alive. He initially warned her to stay away, but she refused, and when she approached him, Masumi's spirit threw her to the ground and strangled her to death. Miyako had no idea what was going on, and died confused and terrified. After death, she remained in the Osaka house, still searching for Masumi and wondering what exactly happened. Meanwhile, back in the world outside the village, the search for both Masumi and Miyako had also been called off, with both assumed to have been spirited away, and their relatives calling the search off. The story of Miyako and Masumi heavily foreshadows what will happen with Mio and Mayu when they enter the village a year later, with Mayu also injuring her leg and, of course, the strangling ritual that must once again take place to end the horror that has kept Minakami Village trapped in a never-ending cycle, repeating what happened that fateful night long ago. In the promise ending on Xbox or Wii, Miyako and Masumi can be seen in each other's arms, watching the crimson butterflies fly away. But as this isn't the canon ending, their actual fate remains unknown. And that's the tragic story of Sudo Miyako, the first ghost you come across in Fatal Frame 2. What did you guys think about this one? Are there any other lore videos you'd like to see? Let me know in the comments below and I'll see you again next time.